My name is Rich Nestler. I'm a proud member of the Evergreen Model A Club. It's a chapter of MOFCA located in the Seattle, Bellevue portion of the state of Washington. And I joined that organization, the Evergreen chapter, back in 2013 because I had a situation that led to a project of this Model A that's been in the family since it was a brand new car. And I had a situation of where the next project was repair, fix, get this car back on the road, and I needed help. And I reached out to the Evergreen chapter, and over the last almost 10 years now, the friendships that I've developed and the knowledge I've learned in putting this car back on the road is, in my opinion, an interesting story, and I hope you find it the same. But my first memories of this car, and I have some photos to show me probably at age 12, it was a car that started out on a farm in the middle of Kansas. Bought a basic 1930 Coupe just for running around on the farm. Going out with Dad, learning to drive. We learned on a little road southwest of town called Rattlesnake Ridge, and I've got a very clear memory of ending up in a very shallow ditch at one of those points, but that was part of the experiment of learning to drive. And so it came up, steep hill, turned into our driveway, and instead of stepping on the brake, Linda stepped full down on the gas. And she came into our driveway, crashed through our garage door, hit the back of this vehicle, broke off this, shattered the cast iron holding here, popped the trunk lid off. Total destruction. Wasn't the advice that I needed to hear or wanted to hear. This was my car. This was all the car that had all the history that we've already talked about. Where do we go next? Further contacts with the Model A Club. Talking with him, he said, yeah, I'll take it on. I'll work with you in putting it back together. You come work with me. This car was down to the frame, the chassis. Everything else was in buckets. And then it was a puzzle to put it back together. And obviously we did. And over that period of time, and including the paint job that this fellow did for me, this is where we are. No overdrive, no hydraulic brakes, I'm just trying to keep it as simple as it was in the beginning. But yeah, there's something that feels good about, and I do think of this, that I'm driving down the road and I'm holding on to the same original steering wheel that was on this car 92 years ago. I hope you've enjoyed the story of this 1930 Coupe Model A Ford that was my pride and is my pride possession. Family car forever, and perhaps you, like me, will end up with a project, or you currently have a project and your car needs help. That's where I found myself. And if you reach out to the local club, either through MOFCA or just do a Google search and find your local Model A club, that club is going to be filled with members that know how to put these things back together, and you're going to develop some amazing friendships along the way, as I have done with the Evergreen chapter here in the Seattle area. Thank you.